Oh, God, these videos always get me because it's a lot of reading. So as you progress, you might face foes too strong for your sinners to overcome. Really? We're 5 seconds in and I'm already nitpicking. We may encounter sinners that are too strong. Or foes, rather. Fret not, however, the sinners of Limbus Company have multitudes of possibilities within them. This video will examine extraction, the means to draw up such possibilities. Okay. Upgrade your sinners. And the battle pass that can provide you with many resources. Okay. For managers who wish to restart for another chance to extract their desired identities, the option to skip the tutorial is available. Is this just... That's like the... I'll say what I saw in Pride When Discord after you watch it. Alright, fair enough. This is just them saying that you can re-roll your account a lot easier, right? This is essentially what that means. If you want to re-roll your account, it's just super simple as you can skip the whole tutorial. Which is fair enough. I don't know, again, I still never understand the idea of re-rolling personally. Just play with what you're dealt with, and if you get dealt dog shit stuff, just play with it. I don't know. If you're not going to put money into the game, then it's not that deep to you, so... But whatever, this is how you can re-roll. Let's go. Re-rolling is an option. You can acquire identities and egos for your sinners. Identities are higher grades, are less likely to be extracted. Well, that's an interesting animation. On the other hand, ego of all grades are have equal odds of extraction. Okay. Ego you already possess will no longer be extracted, making it more likely for other ego to appear. Oh. So once you have one ego, which is the, an equipable thing, once you have that, you can't get a duplicate. What game does that remind me of? There is a game that I've played that does this before. I can't remember its name straight away. But yeah, once you get the weapon, essentially, the equipable item, you can't get that copy again, so there's only like one power level to it. And so getting weapons is like super easy for every character if you just so choose. If you extract the identities you already possess, they'll be converted into ego shards. Ego shards can be exchanged at the dispenser for identities or egos you don't own, or traded for spindles of thread. At the dispenser for other identity. They don't say other identities. They just say other. They just say for identities or egos you don't own. I'm assuming you can get duplicate. Like getting a duplicate of characters is beneficial, like power wise, right? Surely. Thread is a special resource that can be used for uptying and thread spinning, which will be explained later in the video. You can also acquire ego shards in mirror dungeons. Cool. Upgrades. You can upgrade a sinner and ego to make them more powerful and unlock new skills. Yep, true. 3 types of things. Leveling up the identity. Okay. You level up the identity, which is level 1 to whatever the max is. Uptying identities and thread spinning egos. Okay. Sinners will gain experience points from battle and identity training tickets. Sure. When the sinners goes up, all their stats are raised. Honestly, pretty simple. I don't have to explain this part. Threads can be used to uptie identities and thread spin ego. When you first acquire an identity or ego, its uptie thread spin will be at 1. Is that like... I'm assuming this is their, like... constellation level? Refinement level? At uptie tier 2, identities can get new combat passive and their skills and speed range will be improved as well. 1 second. Let me like look at this UI here a bit. So I'm assuming that's the ego. No. Fuck, I can't identify this shit. Is that the rank? Because that's its level there, but I'm assuming this is the uptying mechanic, but it goes up to... I read that as 11, like an absolute fucking moron. Sorry. I read that as 11. Don't mind me. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. I read that but as a 11. Ugh. Brain cells are literally thrown in the bin. Uptie tier 3 skills and speed range further improved. Yeah, so you just level it up. And seeing as these resources are widely available, it's not going to be that difficult. Identity will also get a new artwork at tier 3, and a short scene featuring their story will be unlocked. Cool. New skill will be shown in close-up when the Sinner uses it in combat. Cool. Eagle will gain a new passive ability at Threadspin tier 2. Tier 3, the Ego skill is improved, and using the Ego displays its own background over the stage. Uh-huh. That thing in there. So you just get a tier 3, you get an animation. Okay. So simply, they just kind of change the words around. They just it's very thematic, it's very story-based, roleplay-like. They use specific words. Uptie, Threadspin. Summarize, that's rank up and level up. So it's just kind of... I think for the purpose of the video, it does a terrible job. They should just use the rank up and level up words to make it a bit more understandable than Threadspin and Uptie. But whatever, it's their video. We got to it in the end. We've prepared a battle pass to assist you. Okay. So I never let a company do this. I never like when companies do this, when they try to market their own battle pass to you. And the players have to be the ones to decide the value of the battle pass and if it's a good one or a bad one. Because you yourself have to go through and see what you get for the price, right? Now, here's the thing. I have a rule of thumb when I look at battle passes. When I look at battle passes, for me, in Australia, the battle pass has to be no more than $15. Some battle passes are cheaper, some battle passes are a bit more expensive, and if they're more than $15, they're instantly not worth it. A battle pass is a grind to money ratio. Now, I'm not sure what the fuck they're actually going to show. They're probably going to show a few items that you get here, but that's the first rule of thumb when I look at battle passes, that for Australian currency, no more than $15, as the Australian dollar is kind of donkey. At the same time, you have to get character resources enhancement, so the Threadspin and Uptime materials, as well as the actual character level up materials, and potentially some rolls at the same time. How many depends on how many tiers and how much it actually costs, but that's the general 2 rules of thumb, is that you have to get pretty much a bit of everything in terms of resources, and for me specifically, it can't be over $15, because none of the battle passes that I've ever bought have ever been above $15, because that's just the good price range. And that's the good price range. As we continue into this, we have to keep a lookout for that. Now, it's going to be in Korean, so I won't be able to see the prices. I'm going to have to convert it from Korean won, which I'm not going to do right now. I'll do it on release. But yeah, let's go. Travel into the Inferno. Level up your pass by playing the game and receive various rewards from it. Thanks for telling me how Battle Pass works. When you purchase the Limbus pass, you can earn extra rewards in addition to those available for free. So 60 seems to be the max level, it seems. Is that true? It kind of looks like it's true. 60? There's a 60 here. Maybe that's true. The items you can earn from the Battle Pass include Lunacy, Ego, Thread, Ego Shards, Identity Upgrade Tickets, Encephalon, and more. Okay. The Ego rewarded by the Battle Passes is distinct from what you can find in the extractions. Sorry? The Ego rewarded by... Oh, so you get a Battle Pass unique Ego. So they're kind of going with a Genshin Impact system there where they have the unique Ego in the Battle Pass. That's very interesting. So there might be a very high value reason to actually buy the Battle Pass if the Ego is good. But it does seem here that the top tier is the one that's free. And it does seem like you get that Ego on the top tier, which is the free tier. So maybe you don't even have to buy it if you want to get the actual Ego, which will assist you in combat. So potentially a really fair value Battle Pass here so far. Pass missions will be given you bonus rewards if the passes reach the maximum level. So a bit of a Honkai system there. If you go above the maximum level, you'll get more rewards and more boxes that will give you more things. That's pretty cool so far. Complete the missions to level up the Battle Pass and reap its rewards. True and real. If you have encountered a particularly strong foe, try upgrading it. Okay, this is now the summary. We don't really care about the summary. Essentially, this video is it's pretty cool. It's a pretty good video. New game, Korea only? No, not Korean only. But welcome to the stream, Tresk and Frank. Hope you're having a great day. Thank you for joining. It's not a Korean only game. It launches globally on the 28th of February. The important things to take away from this is that the game has a level system, which we all knew it had. You level up your characters, you level up their egos, and you rank up you rank up the egos. I don't think you level them up, you rank them up. And then you rank up the actual character, as well as you level up the character, from my understanding. Try upgrading your sinners and ego. Simply put. Then it has, well, let's just continue, I guess. Collect various identities and ego to expand your strategic diversity. You roll in it. It's called extractions. And Devers, Golden Bow, yada yada yada. And then the battle pass is fairly... You know what? Again, they didn't say how many levels there are. Currently we see 4 levels, which I hope is not true, because that seems like it'll be very... Well, not bad, but like not engaging. If you can get to the max level very quickly, so hopefully there's more. But it looks, so far looks cool. Very, very much looks cool. Egos have the same drop rate regardless of rank, and it is implied that all the egos are supposed side grades, with higher ranking ego having higher numbers, but also a bigger cost to offset. Yeah, that makes sense, because once you get an ego, you can't get that ego again. Hope it's just not too much grind. I find that I enjoy mobile games the less I actually have to play them. Nah, you can't really say that you hope for there's not too much grind. The grind is what makes the games enjoyable in the end. Don't like grinding for a bunch of random nonsense. That's really up to you. Personally, grind is what makes games interesting, because you have a goal to achieve. If you don't like grind, then maybe these types of games aren't overly for you. Who knows, though. But grind is what makes most games interesting, as you have a goal to achieve and things to get. But this video, Extraction 7, this one actually has interested me. The previous, like, 5 of the Limbus company videos, the numbered ones, haven't been interesting. The past, like, 4 to 5 haven't been interesting, as they just kind of, like, explain boring systems that aren't really going to be too... It's like a simplified system. Oh, sorry, it's a simple system explained in, like, the Limbus company way. But this one, it's like, you're upgrading characters in a very specific way. The gacha system's kind of touched upon, and the battle pass kind of shows off how it works, but not fully. Again, a battle passes you can't really gauge from a video that the actual company put out, because they always try to put in a better light. Sometimes these sometimes the battle passes look good when the actual company publishes it, but then when you get in game, it's like really bad or dodgy or terrible to play. And so I'll have to wait until the game actually launches for me to see it, to actually gauge if this battle pass is good. And they also didn't touch upon prices, so it's just like, you know, I can't gauge it there either, because this could be like, I've played a game like something like Nikkei Goddess of Victory. The battle pass is like $30, and you get like a skin and like maybe half a character. But then you have one like Genshin and Honkai where it's $15 and you get a bunch of resources. So this actually has made me a bit more excited for Limbus Company to see how it goes. Very excited about this one now. Very cool.